Good afternoon, everyone. It's June 5th, 2019. So, the economy it's in free fall, and we got a jobs report here, and it looks pretty bad. And now what we're waiting for is the ripple effect to reach out across the markets. And Mexico has just a couple of days to come up with some kind of plan to stop the flow of illegals from getting into our country. I didn't know that was Mexico's responsibility to stop people from coming into our country, but I digress. And if they fail to do so, they will be slapped with tariffs. 5% to start, and then every couple of months it gets raised 10%, 15%, and then it jumped to 25%. I mean, I've been making these videos for a while now. I've had a couple channels banned, and I've been watching this stuff for a long time, and it's just gotten progressively worse. It's like a slow-moving cancer. Of course, it's starting off in the less developed nations. The death, the disease, the unemployment, and it's spreading everywhere like a virus or a cancer, as I said. And pretty soon, we're going to really start to see the people increasingly disgruntled. Now, I said about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, that we would see an uptick in violence against white people. And during the Memorial Day weekend up there in Baltimore, there was many attacks on white people from social justice warriors. I don't know about anywhere else. Obviously, mainstream media, cable news like CNN and the like will never cover, well, I shouldn't say never. It will not cover these things until either they collapse and are forced to cover everything because they were bailed out, or they switch management and all that mess. But a lot of these news networks, they are collapsing. They're not making profits, and the only thing they're good for is selling Big Pharma's bullshit. Like the MMR vaccine and so on and so forth. All the stuff with the toxic cocktails. So that's we're not going to see a lot of this stuff in the news. So you have to kind of dig for it. And even then, it's very difficult to find. A lot of times you're going to have to go through something like Facebook and look for people talking about stuff like that happening. there's not very many websites out there that track white or black on white crime, and it's difficult information to find. It is, but it did start to happen, as I said it would. California, it continues to get worse as far as, well, the communism there and what I just talked about, along with disease. We talked about a week ago how certain cities out there, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and the list can go on, how the homeless population there is, well, they're living in very, very, very filthy conditions with rats and human defecation, urine, you name it. I said that it was right with the potential of a pandemic starting, and of course it's not Ebola yet. Not yet. But it will be. It will be Ebola. I don't usually watch Florida Marquis, but he made a very astute observation regarding that couple that in Fiji, and I'm about to link this together here. So they die of a mysterious illness. They have not said what that illness is. The WHO and CDC has gotten involved with this, and the people who took care of 2 nurses, a cop, and 2 security guards have also fallen ill from whatever it is that couple died from. So, Florida Marquis, whatever his damn real name is, his theory is this, that they contracted whatever it was here in the United States, and they still went on vacation like most people would, feeling a little, I know I would. I wouldn't let feeling, stop me from going on the vacation that I had planned for a while. And that they carried the disease, whatever it is, to Fiji. So, if that is the case, if that is what happened, there's already something going around here. He also made the point that the Ebola outbreak back in the late 90s, you die in 4 days. This Ebola outbreak, the symptoms don't show for a couple of weeks, and when they do show, they are flu-like. And by the time anyone realizes what the fuck is going on, they're gone. But the difference in the incubation time is very telling, I think. Don't you? Very, very telling. So, back to Washington and all them shithole places, Baltimore. Anywhere with a very large homeless population and human defecation all over the place, these places it will start in. Probably not just one place either. It will probably be a few places at once, coincidentally, right? And then whatever that disease is, whatever bioweapon was unleashed on us, will work its way through the rest of the population simply because one of these people come in contact with a guy from, I don't know, Iowa, who has a pretty bad homeless population themselves. And he goes back to Iowa, and he kisses his wife, and he hugs his children, and they go to Chuck E. Cheese or the mall, or wherever, public park. They make contact. And the next thing you know, the entire planet is sick and dying. So what do you do when this goes on? How do you escape it? Where do you go? There's no escaping the financial collapse. It's going to happen everywhere. But if you isolate yourself from others, you don't go to, I don't know, the mall, these places, you avoid sick people. When people start dropping dead and it's obvious, you probably should get in your damn car and get the fuck out of Dodge in the middle of nowhere and take your food supply with you, take your guns with you, take whatever you need with you, and don't come back. Don't come back for a long, long time. That's the best thing you could do. Like I said, I think 2019 is going to be a summer to remember. I think it will. I mean, we've already lost all the crops, a good chunk of them anyway. We lost the grain reserves, a good chunk of them. Our auto industry is laying people off left, right, and crooked. It reminds me of the signing of NAFTA all over again. And we have a president who foolishly took credit for the economy while it looked good. But and they're still trying to make it look good, but I don't see how much longer they can keep it propped up. I don't think they're going to be able to, but we'll see. The Fed themselves, what was that dickhead's name? Damn. There's like a few of them guys, but the main one, his name slips my mind at the moment, but he even said, the Fed's out of tools. So what are they going to do? How are they going to save the banks this time? Well, one way they're going to try to save the banks is they're going to steal your money, because you're not a depositor anymore. I bet you didn't know that. You're not a depositor anymore. You are a creditor when you give the bank your money. And when the time comes, they're going to try to use that money to recapitalize. Not going to be enough money. Not going to be enough. And then they're going to raid other things like safety, or the boxes they have. What do they call those damn things? Security boxes, safety deposit box. I think that's it. They'll start raiding those, and then all of that stuff will be gone, and the CEO and high up employees walk away with pockets full of money, laughing their asses off. Probably Friday, you get some sort of announcement. There's a cyber attack on the banks, and we got to shut down for the weekend, right? Make sure no one's information was compromised, and little do you know that that's the least of your fucking problems. You didn't get to go grocery shopping this last time around. Something came up. And now you can't get to your money to go grocery shopping. And this at a time where food is going up considerably. I just went and got food Saturday. A shopping cart full. Pay cash. And prices have gone up. Even at Aldi's. Wasn't enough to do too much damage yet. But I stress, yet. I stress yet. Because it's going to do damage that you will not believe later on this year. It's going to go up a little bit every week. And then before you know it, it's going to be unaffordable for a lot of people. That's when things will get very, very interesting. Because there ain't no nations on this planet that's going to bail out America like America bails out other countries. Sends them billions of dollars. No, we're going to be left to suffer the consequences of the stupid decisions made by our government officials. And the rest of the world, while they're collapsing too, probably going to laugh at us. But it is what it is. Our dumbass people over here kept voting for these individuals, these politicians, kept getting the same result, kept going back, thinking the next guy, same result. This has happened generation after generation after generation. We should be laughed at. We should be laughed at. There's no stopping. There's no going back. There's no good end in sight. The darkness is coming. Anyway, thought I'd talk to y'all today. Like my content, please thumbs up, subscribe, share, PayPal, Discord links below. Till next time, kill the state, live free. Shit. Kill the state, live.